Here at Simply Garden, with over 50 years of gardening experience, I believe in keeping things simple and productive while gardening in your own backyard.
We are back in my kitchen.
But we're not baking or cooking
We're
tonight.
not cooking.
No.
We are doing hydroponic. Now, I wanted to get into this last year, and I found a really cool set on Amazon of all places. And this is what I came up with.
I think it's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you today how to set it up. Now, I am sure there are a million other videos.
All kinds of.
I know I watched a ton of videos as to how to do this.
Right.
But this is what worked for me last year. And I kind of feel like I have a system this year. And I like it.
We'll make it happen.
And
we'll talk about hydroponics and a little education while we do it, right?
Okay,
How it works.
sounds good.
And I might even share my early story of hydroponics many, many years ago.
I know. How many years ago now?
I was 18 of 61.
Crazy.
So that was what, 42 years ago?
I didn't even know they were doing hydroponics. I remember you telling me about it. I thought it was like a newer concept.
No, I had a greenhouse. This is back in the late 70s.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a 10-gallon hydroponic system. And like I said, I bought it on Amazon and everything came with it, which is why I loved it. You can build these. I know you built yours.
Yeah.
But for the price, I could get everything I needed, including the pump, the tubing, everything was pre-drilled and it was reasonable.
There we go, yeah.
So this one comes with your pump for the water. And I assembled it. It came with wicked easy instructions. I was able to do it all with no tools. And then I am doing the type that uses the little net baskets with the clay balls. Now there are all sorts of mediums you can use. This is what came with the set. I like it, and so we're just gonna stick with it. So the first thing we need to do is set this up. And I have read that you can use distilled water. Like if you have the dehumidifier going, which we don't because it's winter. And last year I used snow, melted snow. And the reason you want that is because you're worried about the pH.
Really?
You're looking for a certain pH level. So I got this pH test kit on Amazon. And it comes with everything, the pH up, down, and our tester. And you're looking for your pH to be between 5.5 and 6.5.
Similar to the soil on the garden. Yeah.
So my water, if I remember correctly, is too high. So I used melted snow last year, and it was almost the perfect pH.
But we don't have any snow right
We
now.
don't have any snow.
It's coming.
It's coming, but we don't have any.
Tomorrow.
So I read that you can boil your water, and it can help neutralize your pH. So before you came over, Dad, exactly, let's see if the mic will come with me. Whoops, hold on.
A little tangled up there. There we go.
I boiled some water, and it is now cool.
Okay.
But I didn't do it all because I ran out of time. But let's at least put some boiled water into here.
All right, is that all right? There we go.
Oh, that is a little warm, but we'll add some cold water to that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to fill this all the way up because I don't keep it on my island for the grow season. But just to give you an idea, I do have some in here. And like I said, this is a 10-gallon, so it makes it easy when it is filled for how I'm going to measure everything.
All right.
So I have found and really, really like this Root Farm nutrients, and this is meant specifically for hydroponic. I guess you can use it for other things, but it's meant for hydroponic. And so this is the base, and this is the part 2. So depending on what you're growing, you get your second part for if you're going to do flowers or different types of plants. And this is just your all-purpose, and I love it. You can get one for herbs too. It's going to be a little softer. I like it. And on the back are super easy directions. So for this, the seedling stage, I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of this per gallon and 1 teaspoon of the second part per gallon.
So if you got 10 gallons.
I'm going to need 10 teaspoons.
10 teaspoons, okay.
Or 3 tablespoons. A little over 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
And then when you're in the early growth, you're going up to 1.5 teaspoons, and when you're at the mature growth stage, you're at 2 teaspoons.
Oh, wow, okay.
Now, what I was confused at is when you're not emptying this during the growth stage. So I would use, if I was adding the water, because the water does go down. When I'm adding the water, I'm increasing what I put in here. So if I'm adding 2 gallons of water at the mature growth stage, in those 2 gallons, they're gonna have the 2 teaspoons.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So it's
increase.
never, it worked. Last year it worked. I never dumped it.
It's always better to under fertilize than over fertilize.
Yes. So what I was putting in had what this said, and I never worried about really what the nutrients were in here.
Okay.
And it worked perfectly.
Right, good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out the pH balance of our water. And now unfortunately, this test thing came with a cute little test tube.
A little too,
And guess what happened to it?
it broke.
No, a child took it. It was a plastic one, but it had a lid to it.
It's gone.
And an ant, I think, lived in it for a while.
Oh,
and now it's gone.
of course, okay.
So we're just gonna scoop out some water and we're gonna figure out what my pH balance is on this. So I'm gonna put some drops in here.
Does it matter how much water to do it?
No, because you're gonna be able to see pretty quickly here what we're talking. And now I do need to get something small again, but I can see that I am right about a 6.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm pretty good.
Wow.
So on the bottle, it has your colors, and I am matching up to about a 6, and I want to be between 5.5
Yeah,
to
perfect. So
6.5.
pulling a little bit made a difference.
It made a difference. So we'll go ahead and go with that, and I'm not
Okay.
going to need any pH up or down.
Okay.
I will test it periodically. Once a week when I go down and check my level, I test it.
Alright.
And sometimes I've noticed it's changed. I don't know if that has to do with evaporation or what. So I do test it, but as of today, we are great.
Good to go. All right.
I'm gonna get my tablespoon out
All
really
right.
quick. And let's go ahead and give this some, oh my goodness,
Oh.
like
It's ready to go.
it's ready to go here. So this is my base, and we need a couple tablespoons, or 3 tablespoons of this.
All right.
We'll pretend this is completely full.
Now, how you do for lights for this here? You
Oh, that will come. I will show you my
the
lights.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so we have 3 tablespoons of this stuff.
All right.
And
Perfect.
then, thank you, we need 3 tablespoons of our all-purpose. Now, Dad, what are some plants you can grow in hydroponics?
Well, you definitely grow tomatoes. You need a lot of room for tomatoes, unless they're stunted tomatoes, like the small bush ones. You can probably grow peppers.
Uh-huh.
Anything. I mean, I wouldn't do anything like beans or peas. You need a lot of room for that. But more your smaller stuff like this here. Definitely, if we're gonna do lettuce, probably. I don't know if kale would do.
Kale would, absolutely.
Yeah, kale. Yeah.
And you can get different growth basket sizes. So this is the, I think, 1 inch. And this one I read was perfect for like a head of lettuce. And it looks so itty bitty when you think of a head of lettuce. But it's just a support.
Yeah, that's a good
Because your
one.
roots will come all the way out. And this is just to keep it floating.
Well, yeah.
Back to this, you want your water level. So if I lift this up, you want your water level to come just to the base of these baskets.
Okay.
The little balls will absorb the water and keep your seedling moist enough.
So there really is no pumping system in this.
It is. I have the aerators.
Oh, the aerators.
Look,
You
look,
do.
look,
Okay,
look,
you
look.
do. Okay,
I
hold on
do.
here. Let's show people this.
So these came with it. And this aerates the water and keeps fungus and nasty stuff from
sure,
growing.
from algae and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
no, this will bubble. It will
Okay. There we go.
But you don't bring the water all the way up because you want to encourage the roots to find water.
Okay.
And they will. And once they find the water, they explode in here. It's insane. We'll do a follow-up.
Okay,
You'll have to come over and see a follow-up.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have our system set up, we're going to go ahead and plant some seedlings. Now I have,
Set this back over here.
yes please, I have red lettuce, butter crunch, and then I have spinach. Because I grew spinach in this last year.
That's what I was wondering if you would.
And it was really cool. I mean, you're not gonna get like enough to put, you have a sauteed spinach, but when you're picking the red and the green lettuce, you put some spinach and then you have a beautiful mixed salad. So it was fun to do. And then I have some basil, but my basil's not quite ready to plant. I'll give it a little more time.
This is the lettuce on the side here?
This is spinach.
Gotcha, spinach.
So we're just gonna go ahead and I love these little, these are the peat things that you put in the water I showed you about at Home Depot.
Right, a couple weeks
I
ago,
love it for starting your seeds. Now, these are probably a little bigger than they need to be. You really only need to germinate your seeds in this, but it's fine. It'll work. So you're gonna take out your seed and you're gonna be very careful with the root system.
Oh, that's crazy. That's all it's in there.
That is all that's in there, and you're going to rinse off your roots.
I'll get the was.
Get the soil.
Okay. All right.
So we're just gonna use this water and rinse it off. I mean, you don't have to be like, we're not scrubbing it, but you want the.
Yep. Okay, Munchkin.
I
Hold on a
know
second.
you want to play, Miss
Here,
Munch.
we'll give you a kick with the. Oh, there we go. Keep her busy for a while.
Oh, she'll be back. She's a better retriever than our Goldens ever
Oh
were.
my goodness, yes. Yes, Munchkin. Would you like to say hi to everybody?
Munchkin, you want to say hi? Come here, girl.
Come here.
Come here. Come.
Oh, what was about being a good obedient dog?
What
Sure.
happens if I take this? I'm gonna take it. I'm putting it up here. It's all done.
There we go.
It's all done. Come here. Come say hi. Yeah. Oh, I know. Ready?
There we go. Here's Munchkin.
Say hi, everyone.
There we go. Hello.
Hi. Oh, I know you're camera shy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
How'd you get the word name Munchkin?
Because she's such a tiny. Well, we named her after Dunkin' Donuts.
That's right, because you used to work for
She's
them
so
when you were
tiny.
many years ago.
Yeah. Okay, say bye. Bye. Okay, go. We'll play with you later. No, we will play later.
All right.
Then okay, so we have it rinsed off. We have our little itty bitty roots. And we are going to just set it in one of these baskets so that the roots are peeking through the very bottom.
So you actually go that deep? In
Yeah.
the thing. Okay.
Because remember, the water's going to be bloop, 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 blooping
Right.
up to it.
That's
I
right.
like my sound
Yeah,
effect.
that'd be bubbling up. Yeah.
And it's going to catch. The roots are going to get, oh, I want to go down there further, and they'll just, like I said, explode. So I do have more of these downstairs, so I will steal from some of here. And these rocks just support it. They will stand up more straight as they get a firmer,
Yep.
but we want to just get it sitting up, and that is it.
Wow. Easy enough.
Easy
Okay.
enough. So if you want to go ahead and clean off a lettuce seed, let's get
Okay.
one of those in
You want to
here.
do these guys here?
That looks great. Those
And
butter
these-
crunch.
These are butter crunch. I remember the butter crunch last year. They came out really
They,
good.
I mean, just
Look at the roots are
perfect.
coming out.
You know the little clamshells you get at the grocery store, and it has your head of lettuce, and it has the root system. And have you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen that? That's what it is. It's hydroponic.
You're kidding.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, my
Okay, while you do that, so we
Alright.
have our nutrients. We're pH correct, but now you need a light.
Just pull it apart. That's all
I love these lights. So these are actually new to me this year.
you do. You grab the water for a
Yes,
second. Wash
sorry.
these off. Here we go.
So these lights are new to me this year. I've been using the LED for years now. It's a pink or a red and blue tone.
Mm-hmm.
And my plants are so happy. They're even happier under those than they are under the T3
Really?
lights. T4? T what?
T11s.
T11. Okay, way happier under these.
Is that okay like that?
Perfect.
Okay.
But this guy, I found this on Amazon this year, and I want to say it was like $20. It has the two heads. The spectrum is very fun. Like it's gonna, this thing is gonna cover the whole growth area
Okay.
of this. But I love how it has a clip, because last year's I had to have it hanging. I had like a shop
Okay.
with the right bulb in it.
Yep.
Okay, so this thing also has a timer. And it's gonna clip on, maybe. Yep, it's gonna clip on, and then these things are just gonna move however I need it. And then watch this.
Oh, wow.
And I will
And
bring
how
it up.
far
a
is it?
little.
How far does it shoot up the side?
So
for a
I
spectrum?
read that one of these would cover, one of the section would cover like about a foot.
Okay.
So I figured the two, and I do have one more over there if I need it. If I noticed
Something's
I
gonna
needed to
strag
maybe
right
do
there.
a third on this side. There you go.
Wow.
That is it. Oh, let me plug in the hydroponics so you can hear.
Hear what it sounds like. That's quiet.
Let me take my microphone, you guys can hear. That's it. That is
No
it.
big noise, no. Very good.
That is all. And so that's what I'm doing for hydroponic. It really is easy to set up. It's just getting the right stuff.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
And having tender fingers to get the little roots out of them. Squishing the plants.
Do you have one in the basket yet?
This is yes, I do, right there. Yeah.
Look at it, it's so wonderful. And this
There you go.
will,
So you said it. I'm sorry. You said
Yeah.
it has to go through the bottom. a
yeah, you
little
just
bit?
wanted to peek through the bottom just like that.
Okay, so then you just hold it. It's basically out in front. You hold it with your little fingers like that. Mine
Mhm.
big fingers. But oh, there goes on the floor.
Don't worry about it.
And you just drop these in. Try to hold it in place. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, these just hold it in place. These keep it from slipping all the way down through
Right,
the hole,
right.
and also bringing moisture up,
Right.
so that they get encouraged to go find more of this water. Week 1, very little growth happens.
Right.
You looking, you're thinking, is anything gonna happen?
Is this gonna work? Yeah.
But in 1 week, when I pull one of these up, the roots are gonna be webbing out.
Wow.
Once those roots hit the growth nutrient, the greens shoot up. I mean, it's amazing. I'll have heads of lettuce in a month.
Wow. No
Yeah,
kidding.
that little guy will be ready to harvest in
And
a
the
month.
thing when I do the regular, like I'll be doing my seed planting this weekend, which I'll do on a video up on that. It just takes such a slow time. I mean, by the time the seeds get germinated, it's a slow process. Cause I don't want them to grow too quickly because they get spindly.
Yep.
But you know, the key is to keep them, you know, then come in March, we're ready to put them out in the cold frame, but it's a slow process.
So I will not plant this whole system tonight. I grew way too many seedlings. My seeds were also old, so I didn't know how many would actually germinate.
Right.
If it doesn't go all the way down, just hold it up. You're good.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure how many would germinate, but what I will do is when you have your seeds, I will do a second planting on half of this system. So that in like a week or two, in 2 weeks, I'll add more seedlings to this, so that I don't
and
have,
the next one's
because
coming
I
up.
don't need, how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't need 15 heads of lettuce
Oh,
in
we'll
one
take some.
day. I know, but still, we don't need 15 heads of lettuce to show up in a month, we need that
Right.
many heads of lettuce, no. So I'll succession plant, just like you do with your garden,
Okay. Oh shoot.
and there you go.
Hold on.
Yeah, just, that one kind of looks sad,
Looks sad?
that looks sad.
Really? Alright, we're good now.
It looks sad.
Okay. Alright, so we need to find a little bit more.
So there you go. This one has a ton of roots on it. I'm just gonna dip it to clean it off.
Okay, there you go.
I actually think I have, no, do I have 2 there? I can't tell. We're gonna go ahead and start with 2 and I'll
Alright.
just thin it later.
Alright,
Okay,
there we go. Okay.
wonderful. Okay, so there you go. We'll put the links.
Yes, for it. And
We'll do a follow-up. 'Cause you
Wait,
have to come
yeah.
back over and see it. Even if you just come over in a week and
Yeah, show
show them
difference,
what the
yeah.
roots have done. I'm gonna go
Very
stick this
good.
in my laundry room
I think
this
you
year.
should-
We'll
yeah,
put it up here this
okay.
year. Yeah, I mean, it was happy in the basement
Oh, you
last
did the
year.
basin last night,
I
and even the
did.
coolness of the basin was okay.
Oh, it was, yeah.
I
What
love
was
that.
it, 50, 55 degrees?
What's your temperature in the laundry room?
Cold, because I only have like this much of a vent in there.
Okay, I guess it's cooler. Okay, wonderful.
There you
Well,
go.
there we go. Thank you for watching, and because we'll be planting lettuce seedlings this weekend in the real dirt.
Yeah, right.
But then we'll be on our way for another great season starting up. This is exciting. Thank you, Jen, for sharing this.
You're
Like I say,
welcome.
check down below a link if you want to purchase this. It'll be there. And appreciate you subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to check out.
From the family over on Instagram.
All right, great.
I do a lot more fashion and home over there, but
Yeah,
you
that's
get some
that's-
touch of gardening over there too.
you-
And I do the food. I
You
do
do
the
food, yeah. Which will be coming up with some food.
Absolutely.
Promise. All
We
right.
did promise.
Good.
Okay, we'll see
All
you
right.
guys later.
Bye.